Hello and welcome everybody to another Edge of Eternities draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank 693. We've got a lot of climbing to do, but we were able to hit Mythic in the last video. Hopefully we can continue our winning ways and quickly get to the double digits and at least into the top 250, because last month and actually the month before that, I wasn't actually able to qualify for qualifier weekend, so that is my goal for the rest of this month. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, or you wanted some singles to round out your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention, so swing by their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, let's get a busted rare. Come on. All right, you know what? I wouldn't call this busted, but it is very good. Anti-Causal Vestige is fantastic. 6 mana for a 7/5. When it dies, I can draw a card. Then I can put a permanent with mana value equal or less to the number of lands I control from my hand onto the battlefield. And you can warp this in for 4. So this just gives you a ton of value and a card that I'm happy playing in every single deck that I have. Sunstar Expansionist is a nice white aggressive creature. Harmonious Grove Strider is very, very good in the various green ramp decks. And Banishing Light and Gene Pollinator and Orbital Plunge, also all good options. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 really good options out of this pack. But let's take the Vestige here because we don't really know where we're going to go in this draft. So let's take this and figure out where it is we want to go. Okay. Pack 1, Pick 2 gives us a number of interesting options. We have Station Monitor as the Azorius Signpost Uncommon, Seecha Brewtender as the Golgari one, although noting that I don't really love Golgari as a color combination. I think I'm just going to take the Station Monitor. I just think these two this monitor has a lot more. Like Plasma Bolt has been a little underwhelming. Cryo Shatter is okay, but I think this has just the far highest upside if I do end up in that color combination. So I will take the Station Monitor and see if that's where we need to be. All right, Pack 1, Pick 3. A lot of good commons. We have Orbital Plunge, Kov Landseeker, Cryogen Relic. Focus Fire is also quite nice if you want to be like some kind of aggressive white deck. But Cryogen Relic is probably the best common in the set. It's this and Galactic Wayfarer. And then at uncommon, we have Edge Rover, which I think is close enough to the Relic where given that I took the Station Monitor, I'd rather take that. And again, also, like, I think Cryogen Relic is also a better card than the Pulsar Squadron Ace and the Faller's Faithful. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take the Cryogen Relic here and see where it is we need to be. I mean, look, we still don't need to be white. We can be blue-black. We can be blue-green. We can be any number. We can be any combination of things here. The Pack 1, Pick 4 gives us Edge Rover, Depressurize, Pinnacle Killship, and Ice Cave Crasher as options. Nothing that I want in like a blue-white deck. Do I want Edge Rover or Depressurize? Been drafting a lot of blue-green decks. Green is generally overdrafted. Why don't we take the Depressurize this time around? I think it's like kind of close. But let's go for the more controlling route. Here, I'll take Cryo Shatter. All these green cards are just okay. Certainly not seeing that much white. Seeing some red. There is a Graph Pack Monoist if I wanted to do that for blue-black. But I took the Cryo Shatter. I'm going to take the Cryo Shatter just to make sure that I have enough cheap interaction. I like the Graph Pack Monoist, but I have noticed that people take the people kind of pass the Graph Pack Monoist and don't really respect it. Pack 1, Pick 6 is kind of a weak pack. There's a Divert Disaster. There is a Nebula Dragon. I mean, maybe there's a world where we can go like blue-red instead. I do like this card a lot. It's a very good top-end card. And we still haven't figured out our second color, and I don't really need to be taking Divert Disaster this early. So why don't we just take the Nebula Dragon and see what the people passing to us are telling us to be. Now, this pack doesn't tell us anything. This should have been an artifact. I will die on that hill. Wow, this pack is terrible. I just don't want any of these cards. Whatever, I'll take a 1-drop, but that's not where I want to be. That is a late-ish Ice Cave Crasher, and there's also a Command Bridge. I'll take the Command Bridge. I just don't want to be green in this draft. All right, there's an Embrace Oblivion, which, if I get enough sacrifice fodder, can be quite nice. There's also a Scour for scrap, but noting I can't get an Anti-Causal Vistage. Yeah, let's take the Embrace Oblivion here. And see where this goes. This is a weak pack. I mean, look, I've had a number of drafts look like this, where red is probably open, Landseeker with 3 cards left, where just like, it's really hard to figure, like people kind of know what the good cards are already, and then you just get these like super shallow packs where you're just like desperately trying to figure out where you need to be. Another Landseeker? Okay, all right. Possibility Technician? Okay. Well, I'm glad I speculated on the Nebula Dragon. And this is why, like, trying to figure out the signals is so important in this format. Like, paying attention to what you see with, like, 3, 4, 5 cards left will give you a decent indication for what people are undervaluing, right? So, here, I'll take Possibility Technician. Really good pack. Dubious Delicacy is great. Tragic Trajectory is good. Glacier Godmaw is good. And so is the Orbital Plunge. But I do think Possibility Technician is a bomb. So happy enough with that. The only color I know I'm not are green and white. So any other combination of like blue, black, red would be fine. Black, I didn't see a ton. Maybe blue-red artifacts could be something we want to be. There is an Oreplate Pangolin here. This is another very weak pack. But there's an Oreplate Pangolin and a Desculpting Blast. I guess I'll just take Desculpting Blast just because it has way, way more upside. Even though blue didn't seem like super duper open, neither did black. It's like trying to figure out a color between the two seems like it's gonna be a tricky endeavor. Pack 2, pick 3, all green and white cards, the colors that I don't want to be. There's an All Fate Scroll. Man, I mean, this is just like a waste of a pack. Look, I might need to be splashing for something here. There's just nothing I want out of this pack, so let's take the All Fate Scroll. Maybe we'll get enough lands to be able to pull that off. Another Station Monitor here now. I mean, look, like the person we're passing to was just like trying to read. It's not like I passed a bunch of good Grixis cards either. But like another Station Monitor here. But I just don't want to be in that direction. I'm just going to take the safe pick here. Like Embrace Oblivion has higher upside. But let's just take the Bombard. I don't even love this card generally speaking. Getting all the white. This is just ridiculous. But Cryogen Relic is a good card, and we're not seeing any black. All right, let's like we just need to make a decision here, and this is where we're gonna be. Like literally, the 3 people to my left, or 4 or 5 people, none of them are white. I just don't think that's where we should be, though. That's the problem. Can I splash Banishing Light? Maybe. I'll just take Banishing Light because it's the best card. All right. What do you do? High Market? Nope. I'll take Debris Field. I don't even like Debris Field Crusher. This is just like a showcase of just like, here's a bunch of cards I don't like, and it's all here. So okay, Chrome Companion. Like, man, what these packs are just so disappointing. I mean, we're just seeing so many white cards, but that was like probably the worst pack 2 I've ever had. Literally every card was white. And that was like the one color I did not want to be. All right. Well, as far as cards that I'm actually happy playing with, I have 11 cards. That includes an All Fate Scroll, by the way. There is a Stomping Ground for the All Fate Scroll. I'm just going to take Cryo Shatter. We're just going to commit to blue-red control at this point. You gotta commit. You gotta commit. Ooh. Although, is Nutrient Block better? Right, as of right now, it is not. So, like, I don't have any self-craft mechans or anything like that. So I'm just gonna lean into more cheap, efficient removal, and then trying to win with the Nebula Dragon. Here, I'll take Melded Moxite. Roving Actuator can also be interesting. Lava Claw Reachers, okay, that's for black mana. That is a Gigastorm Titan, although I don't have a ton of cheap things. There's also Ilvoy Operative and Lost in Space. I guess I'll still take the Ilvoy Gigastorm Titan. It's got the most upside. Now there's a Singularity response, what the heck? That is a very late Singularity Rupture. I'll take Cellcraft Mechan here for our artifact stuff. Another Cryogen Relic, okay, I mean... You know, like blue and red. Blue and red, right? But do we have enough here? Is it too little, too late? We'll find out. Slag Drill Scrapper, Mental Modulation, or Chrome Companion. I guess I'll take a Scrapper if I find that I need that effect. Lost in Space for interaction. We have 18 cards. We need to, like, table Nebula Dragon. Okay, I mean, we're certainly tabling things. I'll take Nutrient Block over a second Lost in Space because we picked up the Self-Craft Mechan. 8 creatures. What is my mana curve? Oh, it's been a long day, folks. Halia, last pick. Okay. I really feel like this was close to where we needed to be. And that pack 2 was just an absolute disaster. That's all I can say. All right, so we probably need to get this in here, this in here. I don't really have the fixing for a bunch of the... Okay, let's just look at... Like, I don't even need to splash another color. There's a Banishing Light, I guess, but I don't know that I get too much out of doing something like that. Yeah, I just don't want to do any of this. I might still play the Command Bridge. I'm not entirely sure. I need to cut 2 cards. Well, don't worry. We got plenty of options. We got Nanoform Sentinel, Debris Field Crusher, Cavron Turbo Drone, Slag Drill Scrapper. I'm probably keeping Slag Drill Scrapper. I can sack these things for some bit of value. 13 creatures. 1, 2, 3. Somehow, I still don't have like that much removal in this deck. All right. I normally don't love this card, but I'm going to play it here as a late game win condition because I'm kind of lacking in those. I don't really care to give haste to anything. I guess I can play the Sentinels. I mean, these are all bad. All right. Let's just play the Sentinels and give this a whirl. I don't think I need the Command Bridge here either. Like, I don't really care to tap anything, and it's not like I have tough mana requirements. Let's just cut that too. Alright. Alright. Like I said, worst Pack 2 in the history of Pack 2s. Alright, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, along with monthly videos that I make specifically for the Patreon only. A lot of benefits. Check it out. Alrighty, 3 lands with Anti-Causal Vestige in hand, which can be interesting. Sacred Foundry is the play from my opponent. Okay. I mean, at least we have 3 Cryogen Relics. We draw a lot of cards. We can draw a lot of our bad cards. I'm going to play the Relic here and take the damage. Okay. So next turn I can go... It's going to make me take a lot more damage, but I could go... If I draw a land, I can go Vestige into Self-Craft Mechan. Not having the second blue here for the Gigastorm Titan is not ideal. Alright, come on. Just give me a land. I need it to be a little bit more specific. I need it to be... Give me an island. Give me an island. Even an island next turn would be fine. I guess a mountain next turn would be fine too, because I can go Anti-Causal Vestige. Heregi Beckoner, okay. Oh, that's really nice with the Zealot. So they hit me for 4, and then they sack the Monoist and get a 2-2. And my deck does nothing. Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, this is a really nice streamlined deck from the opponent, and a really stinky deck from us. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to try to just use all my removal. Like, use a Lost in Space this turn and just try to minimize the damage I take. They're going to target the Monoist. I'm going to attempt to bounce it. They should probably sack it anyways to cut off the Surveil. Yep. So we take 3 here. We can Cryo Shatter the Beckoner as well. I mean, look, if they have a removal spell, we're still in a lot of trouble. Next turn, I can go Self-Craft Mechan, sacrifice the lander, and then hopefully draw another land to play Gigastorm Titan. So that would certainly go a decent way at helping me stabilize this board. Never mind, Embrace Oblivion, we take 5, and then they play a Night Luminary. Okay. So we go to 5, we block this, and then we just die. I guess if I still draw land, I don't die. I go to 1. Okay, I did draw land. Alright, so let's go... Let's go Self-Craft Mechan. Sack this artifact. Put a counter here. Play Gigastorm Titan, and literally hope that they have 2 lands in hand, which I think is very unlikely. Is all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. Yep, and that's good. That was a good deck. I mean, Night Luminary is like the... Night Luminary and Banishing Light are the real cards that stand out in those white decks. They do a lot of work. Alright, 0-1. Alrighty, opponent on the play here. Ooh, turn 2 Possibility Technician is great. Another blue-red opponent. Or Plate Pangolin. Alright. We hit Cryo Shatter. Okay. So I want to play this on turn 4, probably, so that I can play a Cryo Shatter to go with it. Terrapact Intimidator. Oh my gosh. Have opponent targeting you create 2 lander tokens. I would rather die. Also, if I gave them landers, they would attack me with a 3/3 anyways. So it's not a great situation regardless. Don't really have a fantastic play here, so I'm just going to go with Desculpting Blast. Uthros Psionicist. Okay. Play the Technician. Maybe we hit an island. We did not hit an island. We did hit Cryo Shatter and Nutrient Block, though. I think I'd rather get Cryo Shatter going. And I believe the Pangolin is the scarier card. Set for 1 in the air. Alright. 6 cards in hand. They did miss a land drop, I think. No landers for my opponent. There's a land. Oh. That's good. Yep. They're gonna pump the... Yep. Okay. Fair enough. Well, taking a lot of damage. Oh. Okay. That's certainly something. I guess we'll lead things off with Melded Moxite. Discard Mountain. You drew another Mountain. Play a land, play a Nutrient Block, play a Gigastorm Titan. Just try our best to stabilize this board. Yeah, that's rough. Okay. Too bad this the Nebula Dragon doesn't actually kill what I want. I'm gonna play the Cryogen Relic. I just feel like I need to find it's like some other kind of answer here. Nanoform Sentinel, definitely not it. Okay, we'll take 3. Uthros Scanship, sure. Wow. Okay, hey, you know what? That's at least a target. Okay? That is at least... I at least got a legal target here. But if they have, like, some interaction for the dragon, that's not ideal. The problem with playing the dragon is just, like, it totally taps me out. I kill this. This blocks those two pretty well. But if they get rid of this, then I go to 1. Alternatively, I can play like these two creatures. Let's just kill the scrap bot, I guess. I'm gonna keep this back too, just to block this if needed. Mechan Assembler, okay. Ooh, so fancy. Play the land afterwards. Yep. They get to untap Gigastorm Titan? Holy cow. I mean, this is simply far too much, right? Yeah, so I have to block here and I have to block here. Oh, no, this doesn't work. I have to block here and I have to block here. It's like the only block. Alright. Yeah, Tractor Beam plus the Nanoform Sentinel is good. And, yeah! We are getting absolutely smushed. I actually thought we were looking okay there. And then the Uthros Psionicist actually just crushed us. Like, from all the... Like, they just easily came back. Alright. 0-2. Why don't we just win 7 in a row here? That would be nice. Oof. I mean, this might go down as one of my worst drafts ever. Like, to literally not have a playable pack is kind of rough. I mean, the thing is, those people also got equally destroyed. Those people got equally destroyed in the next pack, right? Like, pack 3. Like, we all just went down together. So here, I am actually going to give them... Like, it's so unlikely that they double spell this turn. So what I'm going to do here is play Plasma Bolt next turn into Gigastorm Titan. What can you have? Emergency Eject? Okay. I will take the lander happily. My hand certainly needs more mana sources. So they played a blue-white 2-drop, and then there's 2 swamps in play. They went deep. They probably have a powerful, janky 3-color deck. And we have a janky, weak 2-color deck. Team Jank! Woo! I'll take a land here. Okay, never mind. Their deck... Look, we're in the O2 bracket, folks, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's where we're at, both of us. We're scrapping. We're fighting the good fight, okay? Just let us fight the good fight. Like, going into this, you wouldn't expect a Debris Field Crusher to kill a Lux Knight Breacher, did ya? Ha! Well, we did. Nice. Bombard. Okay, it was not nice. Wait, so I can play this. Whenever this becomes tapped, untap another target permanent. Oh. Okay, so I'll play this. Station it. Untap a land. Then we will warp this. Tap you down. Station it. And bam! We got in for 1. It's all over. It's all over. Look at that. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Oh no! That's why the Thaumaton... I didn't even know the name of this card. That's why they have a Thaumaton Torpedo in their deck. It's because of Starfield Shepherd. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Oh, naturally drawing a land is great. Sure. Ooh, Divert Disaster? Oh, Radiant Strike, okay. I can kill it. Do you see the combo? Cryo Shatter plus Mechanizoa. Game. Alright, Starfield Shepherd is in play. Illvoid Gale Blade. Oh, right. Oh, it doesn't actually even get the torpedo. Never mind. I was trying to help justify the cards that they put into their decks. I mean, if they had a counterspell, they would have cast it, like, probably last turn. But anyways, let's kill the Shepherd. Yes, I lose a lander, but I don't think that's a big deal here. I want to get this dragon in play. I mean, yeah, so they're going to play the Galeblade here, but we have a decent-sized squad. And then we also have Mechanizoa if they play something bigger. Now remember, they can sack the Torpedo to kill my dragon too. So that is still on the table. Okay, that's fine. I just didn't want them to block sack, right? So I think that was definitely worth it. Now they can still kill my dragon. Let's keep mana up for Bombard. So they take 7 and they still have all of this to deal with. Like, even if they kill my 5/5, this is lethal. And I still have a Bombard if they want to play blocker. So it's like they need to somehow play like a big blocker and a small removal spell. Or they need to double spell. It's like a certain sequence of things. A specific sequence of things they need. Ooh. That works. Gaining life works. Alright, let's just crack this for cards. Land. Land. Alright, well, they didn't have anything for my creatures, at least, because we did draw back-to-back lands there off the Relic. What do they have? Servondum. Okay. Let's attempt to kill it. Boom! We got one! Put it on the scoreboard! Uno! Uno! And by the way, that was a double black spell. Oh, man. Look. We need to play against more train wrecks. It's only appropriate. Like, you have one train wreck coming this way, the other coming this way. Alright, we are on the play, and we drew 2 of our best cards. Cryogen Relic and Possibility Technician. No mountain yet, but hopefully the relic finds us a red source. Boom. Look at that. Look at how lucky we are. I mean, that's just pure luck. Alright, green, white. Let's just play to the board here and play Nanoform Sentinel. Huh. This is good. I get to play around Focus Fire. Okay. Yeah, we'll play a Nutrient Block. Look, this was probably one of the better starts I could have. Also, my opponent hasn't played a thing in the first 3 turns. Okay. The little terrible is it deck that could. 2 and 2. Not all of them can be hits. Can we keep this going? Alright, on the play here, we got 3 lands, a Plasma Bolt, and some blue and red cards. My first play is a turn 3 Nanoform Sentinel. Look, I don't actually have a lot of good early plays in this deck. We didn't get any of the pangolins. There's not a ton of great... Well, no, I didn't get Zookeeper Mechan either. So, like, red has 2 good commons. And then blue has, like, not too many good ones. Okay. Umbral Collar Zealot, sure. I just spent 1 more mana than my opponent. They're basically the same creature. If you think about it. Like, if you really think about it. But, like, you gotta really think about it. Alright. So next turn I can do a lot next turn. I think it involves Plasma Bolting the Zealot, sacrificing my Lander, and then playing my Moxite, something like that. Oh, Alpha Rail. I think I care about that less, honestly. I think I'd rather kill the Zealot. They discarded a Susurian Dirgecraft. Okay. I guess I could have done it for 3 by sacrificing first, but I don't think they can do anything there. Alright, well, that was not bad. And I do have this Mechanizoa. So next turn I can actually go, like... I can put together a pretty nice turn where I can go Mechanizoa, stun whatever thing they have, and then play a Self-Craft Mechan just to get in for a lot of damage. Beamsaw Prospector. Okay. A null? You should not ever put this in your main deck. But it got me. Alright, well. Color me surprised. Beat down. I think I'm just going to make a 2-2 here. Let's go! Let's rumble, buddy. I'm just talking. I really don't feel like I have an edge here at all. Let's rumble, friend. They have like a graph kill or something. Lost in Space. I mean, it's a 4/3 menace creature. I'll keep it. No need to cryo shatter or anything. Oh, they didn't want the Graph Pack Monoist. I guess, like, I am certainly far greedier, or more conservative than my opponent. I'm just going to play Mechanizoa. Tap down Alpha Rail. And that is an Illavoid Galeblade. Okay. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I mean, I'm kind of out of action. Like, honestly, if they... I can very, very easily lose this game. If they want to attack me with the Alpha Rail, go ahead. You know what I mean? Alright, they have 4 cards in hand. We have a Bombard and a Cryo Shatter. Okay, well, good thing I didn't use my removal, right? I mill half my library. Alright, well, let's sack this then, I guess. I still just mill 11 cards. What did they get? They got Anti-Causal Vestige. That's not cool. It's like my best card. And my Nebula Dragon. This is a disaster. I guess they're gonna put it on top. But... boom, no land for me. Cryogen Relic. Draw some cards. Okay. Cryogen Relic. I don't have very many cards left. Nutrient. Oh my goodness. Cryo Shatter. Nutrient Block. This was not a really, like, this was a very unfortunate, like, combination of cards to put into the bottom of my library. Very unfortunate. I mean, they have a cool Dimir control deck for sure. Star Breach Whale. Now let's gain some life. 4 cards left. Sure. I'm not warping this, I'm just playing it. Okay, Nanoform Sentinel. Yeah, I just don't think I have enough ways to win here, to be completely honest. Yeah, they have like enough top end in the Pinnacle kill ship. Hey, look. Yeah, I mean, I have 2 cards left. I need to somehow kill them with the card I'm drawing here. Oh, another Cryogen Relic. Well, you know what? Let's go out on our own terms. Alright. Well, look. We strung together some pretty nice drafts, right? We had a really good blue-green deck, which I thought underperformed at 5-3. We went 7-1 with a Rakdos control deck. And then we went 6-3 with a Boros deck that I believe overperformed. And this deck, I mean, I'm just going to showcase everything, right? And this deck was simply an absolute train wreck. It's weird because after pack number 1, there was just no indication that I feel like I should have been in white. I didn't see Banishing Light. I didn't see Night Luminary. Those are the 2 premier white commons that I feel like you should see in pack 1 if white is somewhat open. And we didn't see any. But then pack 2, it was insane. And it's weird because I never ever advocate for moving into a color in pack 2 because that color seems to be open. I feel like it's more important for you to try to recognize what is being passed over to you and then make your decision accordingly. And for us, it's like we try to be as flexible as possible. But pack 2 was just as bad as you can possibly imagine. We first picked the station. You know what? You know what time it is? It is draft review time. Because we got the time. Because I got my butt kicked. We went 2-3. It is draft review time. Alrighty, here we go. Let's take a look at the draft. Just to figure out where we went wrong. Like, how did the wheels fall off? How did we end up with such a bad deck? Okay? Starting things off here. Pick 1, pack 1. The anti-causal vestige is absolutely not the reason why that draft went poorly. So pack 1, pick 1. I am pretty happy with that. And then pick number 2, like I said, Station Monitor gave us the most upside. I still feel okay about that. If you really wanted to play it safe, I could see also taking Plasma Bolt or Focus Fire with an or even Cryo Shatter, but with an anti-causal vestige start, I think you're less likely to want to be white because white wants to be lower curve, more aggressive. So anyways, I'm still okay with the Station Monitor pick 2. In pick 3, we took Cryogen Relic. I actually think just in terms of raw power, this wasn't that far off. Like, looking at this, I think Cryogen Relic is better than all the other commons in this pack. There is an Edge Rover that you can also consider, and a Faller's Faithful. I don't think I would like to take the Pulsar Squadron Ace out of this pack. So, given that I picked a blue-white card and an anti-causal vestige, I think I'm happy taking the Cryogen Relic. Because the blue-white deck likes the Relic as well. You just want to make sure that you keep the card flow going to draw a bunch of cards. So that was fine. All right, here. This is interesting, okay? So I think the pick here was between Edge Rover and Depressurize. You can also make the argument that I should have taken Pinnacle Killship because Pinnacle Killship is a card that, with my start, I'm probably getting to 7 lands. I'm probably looking to play a deck like that. But at the same time, Depressurize is a really good early removal spell too. So I think this is a point where you could make the argument for Depressurize, Edge Rover, or Pinnacle Killship. Given that I still might want to play the Station Monitor, perhaps Pinnacle Killship was the card to take. But I don't know how good Pinnacle Killship is in a blue-white deck necessarily. It's probably still fine. So maybe I should have taken the Killship here. Okay? So something to consider. Pack 1, pick 5. We have some medium level green cards and a Cryo Shatter, a Graph Pack Monoist, and a Kov Landseeker. And honestly, I think any of those are totally fine. given that, again, I have the blue cards, I think the Cryo Shatter here was a fine option. All right, now, moving on to pack 1, pick 6. Again, I mean, these packs are fairly weak. Like Radiant Strike, am I going to take that? I just felt like, you know, if you take a look, let's go back. There's just not a... Look, pick 5, no good white card. Pick 4, no good white card. Pick 3, some white cards. Pick 2, I took the white card, right? So it just felt like white was drying up. So I wanted to instead take the Nebula Dragon, which admittedly, like, I think is probably better than the average drafter because it does have a high win rate, but it is an expensive card. And I do think the card is actively good and certainly something that you can consider splashing. So I'm still okay with this pick. Now, you could make the argument that I should take like a Divert Disaster. But again, this is not why the draft went awry. Pack 1, pick 7, already no playables in the pack. No playables in the pack. Dark Endurance, Graph, these are just, like, man, they made some of the commons ridiculously bad. Meltstrider's Gear, Frontline War Wager. This is why you can have a lot of drafts, especially if you have a pod with people who know what they're doing. There's so many bad commons. Look at this. 7, like, pretty bad commons. There's so many bad commons in this format where, like, if everybody knows what they're doing, you can literally stare at pick 6, a pack with no playable cards. And you know what? This is actually a concern of mine for the Pro Tour. Like, the format's going to be out for 2 months. Everybody's going to know how to draft the format. And you're going to just see packs with nothing in it. Like pack 4, pack 5, certainly on the wheel, there's going to be nothing. So you know what that means is people are going to have to scrounge for playables and probably draft slightly differently than they would in, for example, your typical arena draft. Nothing in that pack. Pick 8. The best card in this pack was Ice Cave Crasher. I took Command Bridge because I thought maybe there's a world where I would have to splash given our start. And given that this would have been the first green card that I took, like, I didn't want to take it. But let's say that I took the Ice Cave Crasher. Maybe there was hope somewhere else. This one on the wheel, like, I don't know. I thought Embrace Oblivion was certainly the best card in the pack. You could have made an argument for Scour for Scrap as well. So I think that was also something that I could do. But again, just nothing too crazy. And look, this is a good... Embrace Oblivion can be a good removal spell if you get enough support for the card. But maybe I could have taken Scour for Scrap as well. All right, next pack. Nothing. Comet Crawler, I guess. Next pack. Look. When you see this pack, and if you take a look at the known missing cards, a couple of white cards were taken as well, right? So it's just like, I don't know that I want to be white and fight 2 other white players. And so I thought the Landseeker was an indication that red could be open. Like, seeing it with 3 cards, like in the Pro Tour, you're never going to see a Landseeker with 3 cards left in a pack. I guarantee it. I'm not saying this card's a bomb. I just think it's a solid card, and you shouldn't see it late. So I thought that, along with the Nebula Dragon, gave me some hope. Okay? And then moving on to the next pack. Another pack with nothing in it. And then a last pick Kov Landseeker. Okay? So I got a third to last pick Kov Landseeker and a last pick Landseeker. So that is telling me that red is probably something that I should be interested in. Probably. I mean, it was overall a pretty weak pack in general. But, like, at least that's giving me some semblance of direction to pair with possibly black or blue. So after pack 1, I was looking at basically some combination of red, black, and blue cards. My blue had Cryogen Relic and the Cryo Shatter. And then I had 2 Cav Landseekers with the Nebula Dragon. And then I had a Depressurize and an Embrace Oblivion. And then, are you ready for this? It started out really good. One of the better rares in the format. I even got 2 Kavu to close out the draft, to close out pack 1. So this is as good as it gets as far as an open is concerned, and basically locks us into red, like, given that I have 4 red cards. All right, pack 2. We're looking at cards in the Grixis colors. Desculpting Blast, best card in the pack. Could have taken a Pangolin, I suppose. Next pack. Literally 0 cards in Grixis. Okay? The only playable cards are green and white cards. Next pack. Embrace Oblivion, a good white card, Gene Pollinator, Station Monitor, and Bombard. So he took a removal spell. Okay, next pack. We took a Cryogen Relic. So, you know what? Honestly, pack 2 was a little bit better than I gave it credit for. I mean, I took a Bombard. Pack 3 had absolutely nothing. So it still wasn't that great. But I mean, all Fate Stalker obviously in the pack along with the Pinnacle Kill Ship. I do think the Relic is better than the Kill Ship, especially given that we were leaning towards being a blue-red deck. Next pack, nothing. Pick 6, nothing. Okay? Banishing Light in the pack. Pick 7, basically nothing. I don't like the Brief Field Crusher. I don't even think it's a good card. But look at the playables in this pack. There's nothing for anybody. Next pack. More trash. Next pack. Trash. Next pack. Trash. Focus Fire in the pack. Literally, the 4 drafters to my left were not in white. Okay? So then I thought, well, you know what? I really need to get hooked up in pack number 3. So what do we get? We had to first pick a Cryo Shatter for cheap interaction because my curve wasn't great. Now, I could have taken a second Nebula Dragon. That was the other consideration. And maybe I should have done that because I didn't have another kill ship. So, maybe. All right, maybe I could have done that. Next pick, Plasma Bolt, sure. Fine removal spell. We're looking for uncommons here, though. Nothing. We got a Melded Moxide or Artifact Payoffs. Nope. Gigastorm Titan, totally fine card. Next, Selfcraft Mechan. Okay, solid artifact card. Singularity Rupture, notably in this pack. Next, pack 6. Pick 6, Cryogen Relic. So, yeah, I mean, certainly blue was where we needed to be, right? I mean, we got a Selfcraft Mechan, a Gigastorm Titan, and a 6-pick Cryogen Relic. So very happy about that. Better than Specimen Freighter, Nebula Dragon. Pick 7, Mechanizoa, fine. Pick 8. Okay. Lost in Space. We tabled all the blue cards. We got some artifacts. The problem is just the power level was so weak. So weak. Where I just couldn't put together a strong enough deck. So, again, pack 2 was really weak. We didn't get any of the good uncommon payoffs. I think this was more or less the lane that we needed to be. Maybe I could have used one more expensive card, but just know that I don't know that there was a lane here for me that would have resulted in a good deck outside of blue-white. And that's not because pack 3 was good, it's because pack 2 was great. And then I would have ended up with 3 station monitors and I could have put something together. But I was just like, I didn't see any white cards in pack 1. So who's to say that I can get something in pack? Let me look at pack 3 again here, okay? Let's see. Let's say we were blue-white. We take station monitor into a nutrient block into nothing into Gigastorm Titan, which is good in blue-white, into Selfcraft Mechan if I have enough artifacts. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, and then I could take Sunstar Lightsmith. That was a decent white card. And then a Pulsar Squadron Ace. So, yeah. Mental Modulation. Table of Boosters, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't see enough in pack 1 for me to move into this direction. And had we did, maybe we would have ended with a slightly better deck. But I just feel like, in general, like, I don't hate the fact that I took blue and red cards because those were among the better cards that I saw. And ultimately, even when you feel like you're in an okay lane, the packs can be dry because, like, literally 30%, maybe 35% of the commons are just terrible. They're just bad. And so because of that, you can just get a little bit unlucky with the packs. And I think that's partially what happened here. So, this is not going to dissuade me. This is not going to hold me back. Like, I feel like I'm still getting a pretty good sense for this format. I've been able to draft some pretty solid decks. Tried my best reading signals. And unfortunately for this time around, we didn't quite get it done. But you know what? That's what tomorrow's draft is for. We still have plenty of time to make it to the top 50. Just today was a draft that we should probably try and forget. Anyways, Thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and would like to support the channel in a different way, well, I do have a Patreon. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. You want to buy some booster boxes, you want to buy some singles for your collection or for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com, hit that affiliate link in the description below. Last but not least, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.